Hello and welcome back to the Academic Society. It's Toy in here and I'm so excited to share this video with you because here at the Academic Society, we talk about to-do lists all the time, but I imagine you may be making some mistakes with your to-do list. So today, in today's video, I'm going to share 5 reasons why your to-do list may be holding you back and keeping you from being productive, but I'm also going to share how to fix those things so that your to-do list actually does work for you and doesn't make you overwhelmed and doesn't make you procrastinate. So if you're interested in that, keep watching this video. I'm Toyin. I'm the founder of the Academic Society. I got my PhD in math and I landed my dream job as a lecturer at a university, and I also create these videos for grad students in academics all about time management, productivity, as well as my academic lifestyle. Okay, so let's jump into the topic for today. So when you have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of tasks like you do in grad school or in an academic career, it's very helpful to start your day by getting organized and coming up with a to-do list of things that you want to get done so you don't forget things. You don't have to use brain space to try to remember the things that you need to do, but there are some tips to help you with your to-do list, because sometimes looking at a very long to-do list can make you feel overwhelmed. Sometimes it will make you want to procrastinate, and that will reduce your productivity, which is the opposite of what you want your to-do list to do for you. So let's talk about the first reason why your to-do list may be holding you back and making you unproductive. All right, so maybe you have too many things on your to-do list. So it has been shown that the more things you have on your to-do list, the less likely you are to do any of the things. So when you have less things on your to-do list, the more likely you are to actually get the things done, because it's not as overwhelming to see, 3 to 5 things on a list. But if you see 10, 11, 12 things on a list, these are things you will never be able to do in one day. So keeping your to-do list realistic by making it fairly short is very helpful. All right, and so this next reason also goes with keeping your to-do list short, because yes, sometimes you do have a lot of things and your to-do list can be very long and there's no way around it. So the second reason that your to-do list may be holding you back is that you are not prioritizing your to-do list. Your to-do list is just a list of things that you need to do with no order, no structure. You don't know which things should be done first, which things you should spend the most time on. It's just a list of things. And maybe you want to choose where you want to start, or maybe you just start at the top and knock things off your list. But what if you don't get to the thing on your list that was most important? Prioritizing your to-do list is so important. So I recommend writing down everything you want to get done and then just choosing 3 things that you find most important to you that you for sure want to get done for the day. These 3 things, such that if you only got the 3 things done, you would feel like you were productive for the day. All right, so the next reason, which is a mistake I see all the time, your tasks on your to-do list are just way too big. I would never put on my to-do list, write dissertation today. That's something I'm not going to do in one day. That is overwhelming. I will feel defeated if at the end of the day I did not write all of my dissertation in that day. Instead, you want to make smaller subtasks of these big tasks that you think you need to do, because everything you need to do likely is not just one step. You want to get in the habit of writing down all of the different steps, and those become the tasks on your to-do list. Those become the things that you can check off of your to-do list as you go. So for example, let's say you have a paper to write. I would not recommend putting on your to-do list, write paper. If you do, break it down into subtasks. Maybe you want to brainstorm some ideas and things that you want to write about. Maybe you want to also read some background information, some articles, books, things like that. Then maybe you want to write an outline. Then maybe you want to write an introductory paragraph. You see, these things are much shorter and they are steps along the way to actually getting the big task done. So when you go back and look at your to-do list and see, oh, actually I've done things, and you can like validate yourself by showing that you actually did things, even though you may not complete the task of writing the full paper in this one work session, you were able to make progress. And for me, psychologically, it feels good to actually get things done and show and be able to prove that I've gotten things done, proving to myself by scratching out those smaller subtasks off of my to-do list. Number 4 reason why maybe your to-do list is not working for you is because it's open-ended and there are no time limits, right? You've probably had a day where you've chosen to work on a task and it took much longer than you expected. And then you're working on it for so long that you get drained and you're not able to complete the rest of the tasks on your to-do list. So prioritization helps, but also being realistic about how long things take and knowing how long things take before you even get started. So what I like to do with my to-do list is actually next to each task, write down how long I want to spend on each task. Another option is to write down the time that you want to start working on the next task. So one option is, okay, I need to do these 3 tasks. I'm going to spend an hour on this one, 2 hours on this one, and 30 minutes on the last one. Or you could say, task 1, I'm going to work on it until 11 a.m. And then task 2, I'm going to work until 12:30, maybe I'll take a break, and then I'll start on task 3 at 2 p.m. You give yourself some time limits, you give yourself some deadlines. So when you perceive that a task is going to be open-ended and perhaps take all day, as you're working, you may, distract yourself, check your email, check your phone, get on social media, take a bunch of breaks because you're going to be working on something all day. However, if you're giving yourself a time limit, that kind of pushes you and motivates you to say, oh, well, actually, I'm going to be done with this in 30 minutes, so I'm just going to stay focused and keep working and not distract myself because I have a time limit. I know I need to move on to the next thing. And then finally, number 5 reason why your to-do list may be holding you back is maybe you're planning on multitasking. You're just bouncing around your to-do list, a little bit here, a little bit there. I recommend having focused time on your tasks. And one method of doing that is using the Pomodoro technique, which I talk about all the time. If you haven't heard of it, it's a productivity tool that allows you to have focused working time and then actual scheduled breaks. So the traditional Pomodoro technique is you work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. Work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. I often find that 30 or 45 minutes works for me. So if I'm going to take a 30-minute or a 45-minute Pomodoro, I'm going to take a 10 or 15-minute break. And the nice thing about Pomodoros is you can actually structure your to-do list using Pomodoros. So maybe task 1 will take you 2 Pomodoros, so 2 30-minute sessions. Task 2 will take you 3 Pomodoros. Task 3 will take you 1 Pomodoro. And that way you have dedicated focused time that you're going to have a break afterwards to be working on your tasks. All right, so your action step to make your to-do list better, 2 things that I highly recommend. Number 1, create a priority list. So after you've listed out everything that you want to do for the day, choose the top 3 things that are most important for you to finish in this day. And then number 2, write time limits, especially next to those priority tasks. Write down how long you want to spend on those tasks. So I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you are new here, consider subscribing. I create new videos every Sunday, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.